sorry. Was doing the tally's work in my head. Inventory on the station, next supply run. Never regretted coming out of... Got one. I'd go into the astronomical charting data with you, but clear as day just to point you right to it.
chance to pick a side. Don't go walking back from your lone wolf strategy now. A fight in the heavens themselves. What more could we ask for? The party has come.
Anything I can do for you?
It's nice to see you.
Join us. Join us in bliss.
It's got me! It's got me! Where are you?
They're going to betray you, every last one.
Save, save, save. Never save, never save. Never save.
Stand still. I'm going to wear your skin.
You're never gonna win. They always win.
Down! Get down!
What is this, a new surprise? Let's see how quickly it can die.
are you?
How have you been?
Hey there. Rock might have some work for somebody.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Still need to lift another set today. Been dragging. Shoulder, gave up my room and haven't made a...
Captain, hello again. I was uncertain you would return.
This is amazing! The unity, the multiverse, this is everything and more, literally. I admit, I was really hoping they were. But I cannot believe I limited my hopes and dreams to only aliens now. Jeez. This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something. No, not even slightly. They're people who obtain power in some unfair way, and some of them have used that power to cause suffering, and others just didn't want to share. But that's what regular people do every day of the year. We should feel cheated. They hoarded this and used it against people in their quest for power. But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables. Yeah, even so, I don't see how we can't do this. I really don't see another option. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? I'm with you. I'm not gonna hold you back. But if you know, become evil or whatever, I'm also not gonna have your back. Take your time. I don't think the offer expires. And even if I decided to enter the Unity, I'd probably still be paralyzed by the choice of how. Do I take a small step or a giant leap? And figuratively, they're the same thing. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related. Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you. What, you think you're the only one who can walk around in a cape and tights? Granted, it's just a theory. But I venture anyone who experiences visions from touching an artifact is now connected to them. You got a vision, I got a vision. You got a power, ergo. Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.
Walter, there must be something.
The matter is settled, Sarah. That's the end of it.
Let's get a second opinion, shall we? Walter and I were just discussing the expenses incurred during the attack.
No, I was explaining that there's nothing to discuss. It's been taken care of.
It seems that Walter has taken it upon himself to cover the costs of the repairs to both the lodge and the Eye, as well as any expenses relating to the funeral services.
Sam was a good man. It's the least I could do. Well, it's not about looking for thanks. It needed to be done, that's all.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Walter.
Sarah, I know we argue about money all the time. Most of it is in jest, but occasionally it's not. This is the one way I can best contribute to our work. It has been, and continues to be, an honor to do so. And when this is all over, we can go back to squabbling about minor expenses. But it was important to me that I do this.
Fair enough. Well, since we're already talking about this, there is one more thing I'd like to do for Sam, and I'd like to get your opinion. Nothing extravagant, just a small plaque here in the lodge. Something to remember them by. Where do you think would be appropriate? I hadn't thought of that. That's a nice idea. Any objections, Walter?
No, I think this is a fine idea.
Then it's settled. I'm glad we had this discussion.
And now, perhaps we can try and move on.
Yes, I think that's right.
What is it? What? Have you lost your mind? Is there even a mind to lose? You cannot possibly mean that. What is there to say?
It is good to know that you understand at least that much. I know. We cannot help but approach the world differently.
I am going to do my best to get past this and continue our journey together. The next time we arrive in port, I am leaving. It would do you well to reflect on how you arrived here, and what you want from your future. I know I shall be doing the same.
You appear to be rather preoccupied at the moment. Perhaps when you are done with your current endeavor.
I hate talking on this infernal thing I just finished cooking up some food. Come on over. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
break. Let's get going, shall we?
Well, hello. I was hoping you'd drop by. The worst part of space travel is having to eat alone. I used to eat with my better half every meal until he passed. I've got plenty. I hope you're hungry. My, oh my, so formal. It is a particular pleasure to meet you, my good sir. I finally retired last year, and I've been traveling all over. I wish I could have done this when I was younger, but it's still a treat. My grandkids are mortified that I'm out here. Positively livid. You wouldn't believe the characters I've encountered. I invited this one fellow over for a meal, like yourself. So he boards the ship, stark naked. Ah! Turns out he was one of them old-style nudists. He said in space, no one ever knew. But Lord knows I noticed. Oh, they're scattered all over. But now, I get to see them all the time. So, what do you think of the settled systems? I can't believe there are so many stars, planets, moons, and whatnot. It makes my head spin just thinking of it. Well, aren't you the most precious thing? I'm doing pretty good. But the expenses do add up. But I won't let you leave empty-handed. Take this. And please do tell, what do you think of the settled systems? Ain't that the truth? I'm afraid I'm worn out, dear heart. I'm at the tail end of a very long day. But feel free to grab some extra food or whatnot. I've got plenty.
That's the temple? Herman would have loved to see this. signed up with Constellation. This moment right here.
This is
Extraordinary
Barry.
and practical.
Turning your call.
What in the... Who in the... Whoa, not your Barrett. Oh, sorry. Hello there. I'm Barrett. He's Barrett. I'm Barrett. Other than that mind-bending fact, there's really not that much to it. You got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis. You know, my captain asked the same thing. Different captain, though. So you aren't an exact facsimile. From my readings, you don't have your appendix, and you're a quarter of a centimeter taller than me. Minor differences, but fascinating. I wonder what else is different. That doesn't make sense. Cloning is a complicated procedure involving a lot of complex science. This was... a whole lot weirder. That's one way to put it. Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations, distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously. Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's... okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well. Amazing. Sounds like you don't have a daughter here, I take it. No, we talked about it, but no. We named her after Aja, my mentor. She died in the crossfire between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective decades ago. For me, Irvin died instead of Aja in that crossfire. She's best friends with Cora, and she's smart as hell. Of course she is. Going on 20 years now. But we're starting to turn the tide. Imagine all of the variations. It's endless. Oh, man. I only hope the new one we're building is just as salty as the last one. It's been so long. The horror of the infinite is the inclusion of the unimaginable. I promise. He's happy. We're happy. I have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken. We've taken. How many variations. How many ended with heartache and how many with joy. I think about that all the time. Wait. What's that noise? Starborn ship. What happens for any of us? I don't think it works that way, though. Maybe I'm just a construct or a memory. I don't know. But I don't feel pain. Good to know. We can handle this. On it. Probably it, friends. Amen, son? Cherish every moment with them. I already do, my friend. I promise. So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. I think. Is the ship my secret lair, then? I guess? I would have preferred something with more seating, and maybe a fireplace. Something cozy. Oh well. Hey, at least I didn't pull an army of knees out of thin air, right? Imagine that. Kinda. I mean, here's the thing. It's pretty exhausting in a way that's hard to describe. A second one of me seems... well, frankly, it seems like it would kill me. But yes, I tried. Briefly. Then I stopped when I realized how impossible it would be. Makes me tired just thinking about it. True. How would I stand out in a crowd made entirely of myself anyway? Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power, and I'm still just me. Just regular Barrett. And I already feel like it's subsiding. I no longer feel like I'm in a huge crowd. Yes, though it takes a lot of concentration. If I do it a lot, I bet I'd give myself a headache. From myself. I'm my own migraine. I thought so too. Other me, other Barrett, seemed like he was able to handle himself well in that fight. Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him, or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened. I lost my Irvin. I know that. I wish beyond anything that he appeared in that temple instead of me. But it helps to know there's an Irvin out there somewhere living a life full of love with someone like me. I can move forward with that thought in my heart. Sure, but give me some time. I want to use it a bit more. See what its limits are. I just need some time with it. That's pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway. Dull moment here. So Ellie contacted me about the case. Is everything okay? No rush, friend. I do enjoy just spending time with you. Did you have anything else to say? You can tell me anything, you know. Take your time. No worries. I do enjoy just spending time with you. Did you have anything else to say? No rush, friend. Oh, sure. Ellie Yankton from Gagarin, the lawyer? She handled Irvin's case for us after we did our investigation. Same. I was beginning to get worried since we hadn't heard from her. But that's interstellar communication for you. Anyway, we have a verdict. Irvin's record will be expunged on account of his death occurring before the trial ended. It's a technical victory, but we'll take it. We can't change the system that made this happen, but I'm glad we tried. Relieved. This was always in the back of my mind. Always there when I fell asleep and when I woke up. And I would mask it as much as I could. Hide the sorrow with my wit, hide the anxiety with my charm. The grief will always be there. But it's something I feel I can move past now. Well, she's going to keep up the fight. Gagarin is full of cases, just like Irvin's. If you can believe it. Already did, of course. And a third of the settlement. Just made sense considering how much she did for us. And speaking of the settlement, I divided it into equal portions for me, you, Ellie, and expenses. Here's your share. And I sold the apartment. So here's the bonus from that after taxes. I gave my portion to Ellie so she could fund other cases. So there it is. I guess it's over. Until somebody changes the laws there, this will be just a bump in the road for them. Ellie is going to keep digging into them, and now that she's seen this tactic, she may be able to find a pattern. Ellie tried to convince the judge to dismiss Helge's conviction from years ago as well, but the judge didn't think that was warranted. Helgi was having a rough time. We tried, but he didn't make it easy. Also, well, so I gave Helgi a bit of money. Enough to leave Gagarin if he wanted, just in case. We knew we couldn't fix the whole system. I'm just glad we could do what we did. I wish we could have helped more people ruined by Hephaestus. But that isn't our fight. There it is. I guess I needed to actually hear someone say it. Case closed. Whew. Finally. It's not lost on me that you've encouraged me to pursue this investigation from the beginning, you know. I appreciate your support more than you can imagine. Thanks, Captain. I'm glad you haven't changed your mind on working with others after all this. A long time ago, you talked about valuing teamwork. You really meant it. Don't tell the others. But I was having a hard time focusing because of all this trial stuff. So thank you for helping with that. As close as we've gotten? I believe that. Usually Vasco's the only one I trust. Granted, he's programmed not to blab. With you, no special protocols required. But honestly, I appreciate having someone else to chat with. Well, besides the millions of other Barretts out there. But having yourself as your main conversation partner? Well, that's a little narcissistic, don't you think? I can't seem to summon myself for conversations anymore. Trust me, I've tried. We can't clearly communicate, and I'm not even sure what he's aware of. So I think he's just gonna follow my lead. Seems to work so far. I don't know if that's a possibility. The other Barretts are only slightly divergent from, me. So unless I go evil, I assume they'll stay chill. But that's just an hypothesis based on limited observations so far. Anyway, I'm just glad we got everything settled with Irvin's case. It was just one loose end in a universe full of them. But I'm glad it's tied. Hey, now the party can get started. Finally. Exploring the galaxy with you is exactly what I was missing in my life. You bet. Anytime you want to talk about us, know that I'm here for you just as you've been there for me. And the trials of New Atlantis don't make me uncomfortable exactly. But it does feel domestic in some ways. This place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
Hi there. How's it going?
What is it? I'm at your side.
You two go on. I have academic journals to review, and the galaxy's cheesiest hoagie to devour.
An interesting mix of activities. I hope they are both enjoyable. Come on. There are worlds to conquer. Abilities are amazing. I'm thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know.
How's the invest? Still have questions? Go ahead and ask. The whole department is in the process of recovering, myself included. If I'm being honest, I still have nightmares of my team turning on one another. Things can be replaced and wounds can be healed, but building back that trust in each other is going to take time. Luckily, we built a good culture here, and we hired some new recruits who were inspired by what you did. I've got faith we'll survive this. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation's stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. You know, MAST. The Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview. See you later. How's the investigation going? See you later, Captain.